Okay, so guys, I'm gonna need you to pay attention to this particular video right here. This is probably gonna be one of my most important videos I make today on this channel, and that is no BS. Because if you take this seriously, you watch this in its entirety and you understand, you diagnose, you decompress, and you can extrapolate these concepts, methodologies, and just business models in general. I genuinely think that anybody who takes this seriously, puts in the work, 'cause it's not going to be easy, but if you do so, you can actually become a 7-figure business owner. In fact, over the past 5 years, I've been doing research into these free business models and actually leveraging these business models in order to scale myself to a high of 72,000 British pounds in a single month, which I believe, if you do the maths on that, is like 92-ish K USD. So almost 100K in a single month. Not once have I ever had to scam anybody, lie to anybody, deceive anybody. I've spent a maximum of £1,000 literally, and that was like, this is literally this week, on running adverts for my own shit to sell my products, sell my services, sell my programs or whatever it is. I've never had to deceive anybody, lie to anybody, mislead anybody, manipulate anybody. I've never even had to go out there and spam people's kind of like DMs in order to sell any of my coaching or my courses or anything like that. So what I'm about to break down is some real shit that you guys can leverage. You can actually do this ethically, and you can make money and change the world whilst doing it. Not only can you change the world, you can achieve that financial freedom that everybody talks about, the cliche financial freedom, time freedom, and location freedom. So this is a very important video, guys. I hope you can see that I'm extremely passionate about this, and I want to break this down to you guys just real quick. So here are the free business models. I'm going to get the obvious one out of the way first, because I'm obviously biased to this one, because this is my first love. It's the first business that actually freed me. It's the first business where I made 6 figures and multiple 6 figures from. It's my first ever 6-figure business and multiple 6-figure business, and that is running a service-based, done-for-you business. Now, what on earth is that? So a done for you business is what it sounds like on the tin. You do a service for somebody. Now, I recommend everybody start here. The reason for that is because out of the free business models I'm going to break down today, it's the easiest one to actually sell. And the reason for that is because humans are quite lazy. You can capitalize on their laziness by actually doing a service for them. Not only that, but it's easy to get your head around, and it's easy to position it as a actual benefit to the business owner or to somebody who you're actually providing the service for. So what a service-based business is again, it's you're providing a service on behalf of another person or business, and they pay you in exchange for that. That, to me, I'm not the smartest dude in the entire world. I'm not the smartest dude. I don't know how to friggin' trade. I don't know how to do all this crypto shit. But I'm telling you right now, if you was to explain this to me like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, even when I was like 7 years old, I would literally be able to understand what you're talking about, because all you're doing is a service for someone. You're doing something for somebody and they're paying you in return. That's almost like cutting grass for somebody that's too busy to cut their own grass and they pay you to do it. I understand that. We all understand that. In fact, that's probably the first kind of like type of business we ever come across in our lives. So we all understand that particular business model. And the reason why I genuinely think you should start here is because not only it's going to be actually easier for you to sell than the other business models, but it's also going to give you practical, real, tangible results that you can actually show to move on into the next business model. So I'm going to break these business models down for you just real quick. The first business model I recommend you all start is a service-based, done-for-you business model. Now, notice how I'm not saying the word SMMA. The reason why I'm not saying the word SMMA, right? Even though SMMA is a done-for-you service-based business model. And SMMA, if you guys don't know, if you're new to the channel, is a social media marketing agency, right? And all you do is you provide social media services, aka marketing, to other businesses, and they pay you in return for that. The reason why I'm not saying the word SMMA is because that's just one service out of thousands you can actually offer a business. You can offer other services such as email marketing. You don't even just have to offer marketing, by the way. You could offer stuff like cybersecurity. I know that a lot of people right now, like e-commerce stores, they need cybersecurity because their stores can actually be taken down, hacked, that sort of stuff. Especially bigger tech companies as well that have like a lot of data breaches. You can actually start a cybersecurity agency where you're actually maintaining and managing people's cybersecurity. Now, this is something that not a lot of people are talking about on the internet, around this side of the internet, should I say, or this corner of the internet, because they're all sold on the SMMA, social media marketing agency. Now, don't get me wrong, social media marketing agency is still a great business you can actually start right now in 2023 and scale to that infamous 10K per month mark. It's just that everybody and their uncle is trying to start one, which, it's understandable because it actually is a real legit business. It freed me. I was able to, achieve my dream life before I had any courses, before I had any kind of like consulting that I was taking any seriously, any sort sold online programs. It was the business model that got me this apartment that I'm sat in right now. I'm actually looking to upgrade either this month or next, which is absolutely crazy. It's a business model that was able to give me real life skills, sales skills, actual marketing skills, people skills, management skills, team building skills, and I was able to transfer that into the second business. So that's the first business, a service-based business, right? Now, don't get me wrong, hard work is going to be needed no matter what you do. It doesn't actually matter what business model you come across. It doesn't even matter if you're working in frigging McDonald's or if you're a barber or if you're cutting somebody's grass, like I mentioned earlier. Everything is going to be hard work. The funny thing is with these three business models combined, I'm going to break down. I actually hit £72,000. I don't know what that is in USD. You guys can convert that. I think it's like 90-ish K or something. I will call it 90K or whatever it is, or maybe even a little bit less than that. But I almost hit 100K combined. That's one of my record months. And the funny thing is, when I'm hitting these numbers, I feel like I'm doing less work than what I would be doing if I was just a simple waiter in a restaurant. So the first business model is you definitely want to start with a done for you service-based business. And again, it doesn't actually have to be anything to do with marketing at all. So that's the first business. And I recommend you start there. Now, here's where all the gurus turn to after they've actually started this. And the funny thing is, it's actually more ethical than what you think. Now think about it. In university, right? There's business teachers that are teaching business without ever having started a business or made a single penny from business in their entire life. I think that's extremely unethical, right? The reason for that is because the business teacher hasn't actually done it before. So the second business model and the next move you can actually make once you started a social media marketing agency, which by the way, everybody in this industry has done, everybody, which is why I'm trying to bring this to you guys and bring this to life. Once you actually do a thing, start a business model, and you actually get some success with that, here's the key. You actually get success with that business model, the first business model, the service-based business model. Then what you can do is start helping people build their own service-based business models. Now, this is almost like going from selling gold to selling the shovel, which I think is an absolutely genius idea. And listen to this, everybody who's watching this right now, you can actually do this. All you need to do is learn a skill, test that skill, and then sell that skill. So that brings me on to the second business model, which does actually require some expertise. So I don't really recommend starting here until you've actually, genuinely made some decent money from your first business. But this is a very good side or supplement income, or you can actually take this full time if you really want to. The reason why I say this is an ethical business is because think about it. You've actually done the thing. You've proven that you've done the thing. I've documented my entire journey from my friggin' agency, shown you screenshots. In fact, you know what? Forget me even trying to sell you on that. Just click below. Watch my entire journey for over 5 years. You'll see all the screenshots, everything you need to see. Anywho, so the reason why I say it's an ethical business model and the reason why I think everybody should jump into this is because this is a business model where you're practicing what you preach and you're preaching what you've actually practiced, is what I'm trying to say. So you've actually practiced and done the thing. So now you can actually give it back to other people. And every single person I've talked to that have switched from doing a done for you business model to a coaching business model or consulting business model where they're helping people do that same thing that they've done themselves. Every single person says it's probably the best business model. It's better than the first business model. Not only that, but it's more profitable. It's less time consuming. They actually enjoy it more and it's more fulfilling. I've even found this out myself. So switching from my marketing agency to a consulting agency, what I found is that when I'm actually helping people, in fact, you know what? I'll just throw something on the screen right here. This is a message I literally just got about 30 minutes before recording this video. This is a message I genuinely just got. What I found is that it's much more fulfilling because you're actually helping people. It feels like instead of just running ads for a e-commerce brand or whatever it is, or running ads for a real estate agent and just helping them get leads, you're actually helping somebody change their entire life. I've had people pop up to me and tell me that they've been able to fly out their frigging parents to go see their parents. I'm pretty sure you've seen some of these case studies. If not, click the link below again and you can just go and watch my entire journey. You can see some of the lives I've been able to change. So that's the second business model, going from actually doing the thing to teaching the thing. Now, let me give you some names that have done this. Russell Brunson's done this. Sam Ovens has done this. Iman Gadzhi has done this. Tony Robbins has done this. Alex Hormozi has done this. Serge Guattari has done this. Everybody who's big in the industry right now is making like 500K per month plus. They've all made this move, gone from doing the thing to teaching the thing or giving back that thing in some way, shape or form. That's the second business model I want you all to get into. In fact, I'm so confident in this business model that I'm making it my full-time thing on YouTube, and just in general in my business, I'm actually going into a full-time consulting business now, or consulting agency, whatever you want to call it. And I've just bought the domain, guys, Consulting Fibonacci, and I want this to be like my main premise my main business on what I'm known for. I want to be that guy you go to if you want to transition from a done for you service to a done with you service. Now, the next business model does require a little bit more expertise. So once you've actually done the thing, then you've successfully helped people do the thing that you was doing before, aka let's say you run a drop shipping store. Then what you can actually do is help people with their drop shipping stores. I'll give you another name, Trey Cockram. Trey Cockram is a very good example of this right here. So all these dudes you listen to, every single one of them's done this. And again, that doesn't mean it's unethical. It's just the natural evolution, the next steps. I'm just the messenger. Do not slay me. This is the way the world works. In fact, it's the natural evolution of all things. You have to evolve from being a baby to a toddler, teenager, whatever you want to call it, and then to an adult. This is how I see the business model. There's actually a fourth one at the end as well. Everybody does this. Everybody makes this move. Everybody that does make this move as well, by the way, I've noticed that they're extremely successful. Maybe that's just the way the market works. Maybe that's just the way business works. Who am I to fight it? I'm just a dude trying to figure this stuff out, just like you are. So let's say you have a dropshipping business and you're really good at that and you're making like 10K per month, for example, with your actual dropshipping, and you're genuinely legit. What's going to eventually happen is people are going to flood to you. This is what I noticed with my business. As soon as I started hitting like 10K, 20K and stuff like that, it was actually 10K to 15-ish K with my marketing agency. People just started flooding me on Instagram, asking me like, Montel, can you help me start an agency? Can you help me start an agency? And I mean, I was helping people here and there with agency stuff. Even next, I was at least closing clients and making at least 5 point something K with my agency around, I think that was June 2020. Around June 2020, I was making like 5.2K with my agency. I dipped down a little bit in April 2021, and then I finished the month making 11,588 USD in May 2021. Soon as that happened, guys, out of nowhere, a lot of people just started flooding my DMs, started talking about, hey, can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? I started taking on maybe 1 or 2 people per month, actually just helping them with their agencies. And I realized that I'm actually going to end up capping out. So that's how my program, my educational business was actually born. Now, here's the third step. I'm pretty sure you guys can see where this is going. You go from doing the thing to teaching the thing to then mass teaching the thing. And I'm telling you right now, it's the most free steps you can actually take. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. You can actually do this with an agency and do it this way. Let me give you an example. You can actually run a marketing agency where you're doing Facebook ads for e-commerce brands, right? And then what you can actually do is just teach e-commerce brand owners the Facebook ads. Then what you can actually do is then just give e-commerce brand owners a Facebook ads course. You can do it that way if you want to. You don't have to be a make money online guru. You can actually do it that way. I'll give you a couple examples. So Trey Cockram, for example, I know that his story kind of goes like this. Don't get me like, I don't know his full, details and whatnot. It's been quite a while since I've watched one of his videos, but if he's watching this, shout out to you, Trey. Definitely helped me in my life with some of your videos back in the day. But I think he started with like wedding photography. So he was taking photos of people's, weddings and stuff like that, got good at that. And I think he only shot like 4 or 5 weddings at that particular time. So he wasn't by any means an expert, but he was ahead of most people in that particular realm. Then he went on to create a consulting, maybe program or course or something like that. And he was basically just helping other people create a photography business so they can go and create, income for themselves and actually, take photos of weddings, and that was their business. Then he went on to actually teaching people on how to actually start a consulting business, and I think that's where he's at right now. And that's where I kind of want to be as well, because I feel like consulting businesses, I've done the SMA stuff, I've done the whole online courses stuff, and I think in the middle is where the best is at, where you actually have a consulting business where you're working with people like in a mastermind group. There has some sort of online program element to it, but you're still in there and you're actually providing a service on behalf of other people because you've actually done the thing. Now, me personally, I've done the whole coaching on how to start an agency, blah, 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 blah. But now what I want to do is start moving into with consulting Fibonacci, right? What I want to do now is actually teach people how to become their own guru so they don't have to rely on these frigging gurus anymore. That's what I'm trying to do, guys. I'm trying to be the most legit, transparent dude on this internet. So legit that I'm actually going to end up creating competition for my own damn self, aka I'm actually going to teach you how to become these YouTubers that you're actually looking up to. Have you noticed that all the dudes you look up to and you listen to, they're all on YouTube, they've all got podcasts, they've all got a personal brand, they've all got programs and services and this thing and that thing, and they're doing events and they're huge online. Well, what I want to do is I want to help people do that sort of stuff, because I feel like that's where the real money is at, guys. Obviously, we're going to do this in the most ethical, legit way. Obviously, we're not going to do no frigging scam shit over here. You guys know me. I keep it, 100 every single time. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to end up helping people start, if they don't have a skill, start their actual done for you kind of like side of things. I'm gonna have to help them with that. Then I'm gonna have to help them come up with an actual offer where they can actually give back to people in a done with you kind of like business model. But I'm telling you right now, guys, if you guys can understand what I'm trying to say in this video, it's kind of hard to get across, but if I can at least spark some ideas in your guys' heads, then I'm telling you right now, you guys are going to make a lot of money. And I'm just doing this for completely free. So honestly, guys, please drop me a like, comment, subscribe. That's all I ask for in return, because I'm at least dropping, I'm spilling some serious sauce here, guys. This is what everybody does. If you actually look into their journeys, it's exactly what they did. Sam Ovens did it. Freaking Iman Gadji's done it. Trey Cochran's done it. Serge Guattari's done it. All the dudes you look up to online, I'm telling you, every single one of them's done it. They start with the actual business model. They get good at it first. This is how you know the legit ones are legit. They get good at the actual business model first, aka they actually build an agency to 10K, minimum 10K. I mean, you can technically help somebody if you're at 5K, to be honest with you, because like replacing your income with 5K per month is actually genuinely good. I don't even think the majority of US even makes like 5K a month from their jobs. So if you're making 5K from home from an agency and you can help somebody replace their income and make 5K from home with their agency as well, by all means, go and do that. I think it's actually your right to go and do that. Then what you can actually do is, again, eventually start getting more testimonials, and start building your name up. And then eventually, if you want to, you can actually put together an online program. And anybody can do this, by the way. There's nothing stopping you from doing this. There is no law saying that you have to be an expert on this. You can actually go and do this right now. I know it does get a lot of stick as well, but the only reason why it gets a lot of stick is because a lot of people just think that like you can just sell a course and get rich. It's actually more difficult than that. What you actually have to do is put your real expertise into a program that actually makes sense and then deliver that at scale to people. It's actually quite a difficult thing to do. And I think that if I can help people with that, this is where I've already got like I've got 6-figure students and multiple 6-figure students. I think this is where I'm going to start creating some 7-figure students now, guys. So it doesn't even matter what sort of niche you're in. I actually do want to help you with this. I'm going to probably end up maybe updating this in the future or something like that and dropping the link to consultingfibonacci.com. So I actually just bought that domain the other day, and that's going to be my main spiel for the next couple of months. Obviously, I'm going to finish off age fragmentation, finish off all of that sort of stuff. But I just wanted to know where I'm heading. Let you guys know where I'm heading, and I wanted you guys to come along with me for the journey. I'm going to document everything around this for you guys. Not only that, but I want you guys to actually start thinking about this in the future. If you're not, if you haven't made a single penny online yet, don't worry about this. What I recommend you should do is start with a done for you service-based business. Again, it doesn't have to be anything to do with marketing. As long as it's a done for you business, get good at that, and then start maybe even teaching that business or going into providing that service, but in a very different way, a done with you way instead, and then move that into maybe an online course in the future. You don't have to do online courses ever, by the way. That's just an idea for the future. If you want to go mass scale, you don't have to do that. You actually make less money, by the way, if you do that. It sounds weird, but you actually make less money per customer or client if you actually do online courses. So I just thought I'd put that out there. Tony Robbins has done this. Russell Brunson's done this. Look into everybody's journey, please, guys. By all means, look into Tony Robbins. Look into Gary Vee. He sells books now. The information. Everybody sells information. Look into Dan Locke. Look into Dan Henry. Look into all these marketers that you look up to, guys. Why does everybody make the same moves? Because it works. It's a natural evolution of things. Who are we to fight it? Let's just go and get it ourselves. And that's what I want this YouTube channel to be about, starting done for you marketing agencies and then moving into consulting businesses, because I feel like those are the 2 business models. And then moving into the third one, which maybe, starting your online programs and stuff like that. If they're legit, that is the key difference. That is actually a great move to make, guys. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I sparked at least some sort of ideas in your brain, guys. So I feel like if you take this seriously, not only are you going to be able to free yourself, you're going to be able to free your family, you're going to be able to free your time, your location freedom, you're going to get that financial freedom for sure. And you're just going to live a much more blissful life, in my opinion. I've seen it over and over and over and over again. I've even got students now that are doing so well with their agencies. They've gone onto YouTube and they've become their own miniature gurus. That's exactly what I want for everybody. See, that's the difference between me and the other dudes. I'm not just going to sell you on start an agency, blah, 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 you can get rich. Well, you can actually get rich. And I've got students that are doing multiple 6 figures with their agencies, genuinely thanks to me, and they'll literally testament to this. In fact, I've got over 350 something ish testimonials, probably even a little bit more than that. Actually, I think it's like 457. Yeah, 457 testimonials. But I don't just sell you on the SMA stuff. I want you to do the SMA stuff, but then also go into consulting, because you now have a skill. Even if it's just the sales side of SMA, there's so many different skills you're learning in SMA that you can actually take and actually start coaching on. Where I feel like that's where the real dollars are. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can get an agency up to like 100K, 300K, 400K a month, 500K a month. I've seen some crazy numbers. But what I've noticed is that with a consulting business, it seems to be, I wouldn't say easier, it seems to be a slightly simpler process with less moving parts and higher profit margins. Look at Bastian Slot, for example. I think he hit like $1 million a month, and he's doing the exact same thing. He started with a marketing agency, then he went into consulting, and he went into, I think it was Millionaire Consulting he had, something like that. His business, I think he shut it down not too long ago. But I've been following his journey for quite a while, since way back before I even got into like just as I was starting the SMA stuff. But look into everybody that's done this, guys. And you can't tell me every single one of these dudes are scams. I don't even think one of the names I've mentioned are a scam at all. Literally at all. Sam Ovens changed my entire life. Trey Cochran, I remember watching his videos, changed my entire life. Bastian Slot changed my entire life. Been watching his videos since ages. Iman Gaji changed my entire life. I mean, he did something the other day where he kind of like lied and deleted one of his videos, but that's a different story for another day. Other than that, everything else has just been like spot on, changed my entire life. So without these dudes out here, these gurus, whatever you want to call them, I wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here. So maybe we should give them a little bit more credit, is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm blabbling on now, but these 3 business models will change your life, guys. It's probably going to be one of the most important videos you watch. Watch this shit back. Anyway, guys, don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.